Showcasing its capabilities, Hezbollah appears to be sending messages of deterrence as Israel threatens all-out war. This video is said to show a precision-guided missile striking what the Lebanese armed group says was an Israeli surveillance dome at an army post on the border. Hezbollah is also firing other explosive missiles as the cross-border fighting triggered by Israel's war on Gaza escalates. It's been targeting military sites a few kilometers inside Israel.
We warn you against turning your aggression toward Lebanon, because what awaits you are graves. If you only felt the partial power of our organization, then in all-out war, you will taste our full power. We are well prepared for war.
The Israeli army also says it is prepared for a full-blown war. Recent war games in northern Israel also involved simulated fighting in urban areas and in winter weather. All the while, the Israeli army has been increasing the intensity of its attacks on Hezbollah and its infrastructure in southern Lebanon. But a U.S. envoy involved in trying to prevent a bigger conflict says there's still a window for diplomacy. Amos Hochstein says he will likely head back soon to Beirut and Tel Aviv to work on, first, a cessation of hostilities that will allow people on both sides of the border to return home, and then a more lasting solution beyond a ceasefire. That would involve a beefed-up presence of Lebanese army troops in southern Lebanon and the demarcation of the land border. Hezbollah has tied this front to a permanent ceasefire in Gaza, and that's why diplomacy and military action have failed to push its forces away from the border.
They are trying to use the U.S. mediation to pressure the Lebanese government and Hezbollah to accept their demands to keep Hezbollah away from the border. Hezbollah is maintaining that the war, or the ceasefire in Gaza, should be announced before we move forward. So I think there's a diplomatic pressure from both sides, but it doesn't seem that any of them is interested in a conflict at this point.
For now, Israel's focus appears to be eliminating what it calls the threat in southern Lebanon. Zana Khuder, Al Jazeera, Beirut.